This is a film for class. I am not a licensed clinician, and these are not actual patients, they are actors. I will be attempting to model the solution focused therapy. Good evening.
Good
Good evening.
So, can you tell me why you're here today?
Well, we're here because me and my sister have been staying together for about a year now, and she doesn't approve of my lifestyle choices.
Okay.
So we're just having a lot of difficulties living together because of those problems.
Okay, is that accurate? Is that what brings you here today?
Yes.
So, can you tell me when there's a time when his lifestyle was not a problem as far as you guys living together?
I say when we first moved in, it was probably, I guess he wasn't comfortable yet. So I thought everything would be fine. But as he got more comfortable, he got really comfortable. And women start coming from everywhere.
Okay. So, the problem is multiple women or one woman in particular that's there all the time, or what's the issue?
Just multiple women at different times. I'm trying to live a different lifestyle, and it's kind of difficult when you're around the opposite of support. So,
Okay. So, I know you say you're trying to live a different lifestyle. What type of life, if I may ask, what type of lifestyle are you trying to live? I mean, I understand that it would not involve a lot of women, but
right.
what type of lifestyle are you trying to?
Well, I'm a born again virgin, and so I just rededicated my life to God, and I want to be celibate. It's a new thing for me, and I feel like his lifestyle is just making it more difficult for me to stay on the right path.
Okay. So, how does this make you feel to hear your sister say this about your lifestyle?
Kind of makes me feel like I'm selfish, but that's not the case. I absolutely support, her decision and her rededicating her life to God and everything. This is just college times, and I'm just trying to, take advantage of all my opportunities, school-wise and personal.
Okay. So, let's just suppose that when you go to sleep tonight, that a miracle happens. Okay. So, when you wake up the next morning, of course, you can't know because you're asleep. So, you don't know that this miracle happened. But a miracle happens while you're sleeping. So, when you wake up, the problem that you're having with one another in your living situation has been solved to your satisfaction. What would that look like for you?
I would wake up and there won't be a girl sneaking out of the room. And the dishes will be clean, and I'll make my coffee and go to work.
So, what would that miracle day look like for you?
2 or 3 women sneaking out.
This is the problem.
Really, I would say maybe just one special someone that my sister is comfortable with, and we just coexisting in our apartment together. I guess I have to find it. That's the key.
Okay.
Your method of finding her is pretty, I don't know.
Definitely doing the comparison shopping, right?
Yes.
Okay. So, if he wasn't having more than one girl coming in and out of the apartment, excuse me, what would he be doing instead?
A hobby or studying, perhaps, sometimes.
Okay.
And so for you, if you didn't have this type of extracurricular activity, what would you be doing instead?
Well, I try to stay active in basketball. Try to keep myself busy, playing sports when I can.
Okay.
When I'm not studying or entertaining guests.
Okay. Okay. So for you, on a scale from 1 to 10, with your situation as it is right now, what would it be?
The scale is good.
Oh, I'm sorry. So 1 is there's no change. I mean, yeah. So everything is just bad, and 10, everything, you're completely satisfied. So not satisfied to satisfied, completely satisfied.
I guess in the last few months, about a 5.
Okay, that's not horrible. And so, on a scale from 1 to 10 for you,
It's been, I would say maybe the same, probably a 5. We've been, like I said, we just been into it a lot, just because of the same problem. And I don't know if it's the anger is more because it is the same problem, or I don't know what it is, but we have been bickering a little bit more, and stuff like the dishes get brought up, the restroom, or just a lot of stuff just get blown out of proportion. And like I said, it might be just because of this situation and it hasn't changed.
okay. So both of you right now are around about a 5. So, what would a 6 look like?
Us communicating better, I would think.
Okay.
Well, we used to actually hang out a lot before he started these habits. So we had more time to talk and just hang out. We don't really do that if he always has a lady friend over. So that's another aspect to it. Like, it's not just me, oh, I want to be so holy. Like, I know that you have needs, but just don't do it all the time. And what happened to us? So.
Okay. So the bond that you had as brother and sister has slowly deteriorated because of the fact that he's having more female friends around.
In my opinion, yes.
So how does that make you feel when she says that?
Not good. I've seen the change. I would call it more old school than my lady friends, though. Because they don't necessarily have to come over, but she's a lot more in her Bible and things like that. So it's hard to know when I can interrupt.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So, how do you think that you could come together as far as finding a healthy balance in between, what you used to do and
So I said,
and where you want to go?
I said,
If I'm making a little bit, I'm probably confusing you. So, a healthy balance in between what you used to be able to do together and what you're doing now, in order to get it back on track, so that you have, mutual communication or mutual understanding.
it probably would take just a more assertive effort of me seeking out conversation.
Mm-hmm.
Instead of just going with the flow, and then she's doing her own thing, I just kind of find my own thing to do.
Okay. So, do you agree with that, or?
I think we would have more conversation if I didn't feel like he was already he's either preparing for a lady friend to come over, or she's leaving and then he needs to sleep or he needs to study now. So, but I think if we found the time to actually talk, and I don't know, maybe we won't have all the time in the world for them. No.
Okay. So I know last time when we were talking, we were discussing some things, and we had a homework assignment. Were you able to? Okay. So were you able to complete the homework assignment?
Yes. So my homework assignment, if I remember correctly, I didn't bring the paper with me, but I think it was more on the topic of listening, my lady friends, and studying more, which would give me more free time to actually be there for my sister. And I believe I've made an assertive effort to start doing that, but it did kind of fall off a little bit um, towards the coming into the session itself.
Okay. So did you see any changes as far as with the homework assignment and his behavior?
I did, and I felt like he made more of an effort. And I know that habits are not easy to overcome, so I completely understand.
Okay. So on a scale from 1 to 10, how much better or worse is it? 1 being no change at all, and 10 being uh, the most change.
About a 5. He started off really strong, but
Okay.
then it's like he got kind of bored. So, but I get that. So,
Okay. So do you? Sorry, for on a scale from 1 to 10, for you, how do you feel that you've been doing?
Yeah, I have to give myself a 5 if I was being honest. Like I said, I know I started off strong and trying to get it together and trying to make sure that we talked and I did my part. But as time went on, I kind of fell off a little bit. Not purposely. It was just saying no all the time was like it's not something that I was used to doing.
Right.
So kind of fell back in the habit of just saying yeah, come on over. So that's that.
So basically, just letting them have or letting them choose when they wanted to come over, as opposed to considering the agreement that you guys had already made.
Yeah, it got kind of skewed.
Okay. Let's see. So, where would you like to see the session going from here? What would you like to see happen next?
I think it's just consistency. Just me and us continuously seeing you and keeping myself accountable of I know that I need to be progressing and getting to a checkpoint each time that we come in and try to progress our relationship to the point where we don't need to come in every week.
Okay. So do you think that would work out?
I think so. He's always been like that. If he has like a woohoo at the end, then he'll make it work.
Okay.
So you gotta give him some woohoos.
It's okay. So like for your next homework assignment, so whenever we meet again and we discuss this, so for our next homework assignment, how about we'll continue with you trying to lessen or find a different type of schedule, a different way to schedule your dates. So let's try maybe you could call, on the days that she's working late. You can say, okay, let's discuss your schedule. What days are you working late? And then she'll say, okay, well, maybe she's working late on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So then that'll be your times that you can tell your lady friends, hey, you can come over from this time to this time. And then if by chance she's going to come home early, she can call you and say, hey, I'm getting off early. So that way you can work on your communication and you can also respect each other's schedule and then still have time for brother and sister time like you used to. Do you think that could work?
Yes. And even, if he calls me before we already discussed the schedule, I feel like I can be more understanding if I come home and it's not unexpected or
right.
I'm walking into all this noise and I wasn't prepared for it. So I think that'll be more helpful.
Okay. So we'll just say that, we'll try that out. We'll see how it goes. And then when we meet next time, then, we'll go over that and see. We'll find out what next steps we can take in order to make your your sibling relationship better than it was.
Yes.
Okay. Well, I definitely thank you guys for coming in and speaking with me, and we'll pick up next week.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
All right.